I'm going to go ahead and add in a piece for the tongue. So I'll just start with, let's go ahead and start with the sphere. It's fine. Let's see where it's hiding. There it is. Looks like I grabbed the one from the eye, so I'm going to have to unify that to get it to be back in the center. There we go. So when you hit unify, it's going to rescale it and resize it to the scene and place it in the center of the world. Hit the 1 key to repeat that scale and bring that down. And I'm going to get the general shape that I want for the tongue. Let's turn on Dynamesh as well. Let's try 16. Too low. 32. That'll work. For the length, I'm going to place this, and the width, I'm going to place this inside the mouth right now. Let's turn on our transparency. And I will need a higher resolution. There we go. I'm going to smooth down until I have the thickness that I want. Let's bring that tongue all the way forward. I'm okay with that wide base. It's going to turn off transparency. Let's bring the tongue out for sculpting on its own. Or you can hit solo mode, which will also do the trick. But I'm just going to move it out. Look at the width. We'll widen this out a bit down at the base and at the tip. And then I'm going to bounce over to and bring up a search for you guys right now, eagle tongue. I'm always nervous when I search for stuff like that. That's why I did it off camera. I'm like, I hope nothing bad comes up for eagle tongue. I've been surprised in class sometimes. So let's take a look. And also let's take a look at the interior of the mouth. I'll end up sculpting that after retopology. But that is some really cool stuff. All right, so I definitely want to involve these. Let's get a little closer look here. It's a little difficult to see what's back here, because I know they have some weird holes back here. But honestly, you know, in a game, are they ever really going to see it? I just want to make sure I at least capture the silhouette. Right, so I'm going to aim for the silhouette now, and then I'll sculpt whatever I need to in afterwards. So let's bump up the resolution one more time. I think I need a little bit more than that. Okay. And I want you guys to be careful when you're going through this portion of your sculpt, because you have to keep in mind that what you're really building out is not your final piece. You're building out a reference mesh, right? So we want to include all the anatomy cues. We want to have our silhouette looking right, but we don't want to go so far that when we come back into ZBrush that we have so much to project then, and if we hit a misprojection, we're going to have to end up resculpting a lot of areas because we will have to reproject when we come back in just to finish the sculpt. Like, I would not take the sculpt to 100%, I guess is what I'm trying to say to you guys right now. All right, let's go and place this back inside. Turn on my transparency. I'm going to go ahead and thin this out, the transpose line. And I'm going to keep a little bend in here just because I want that to always be present, so that will be its neutral state for the tongue. Let's see how it looks from a distance. I don't know. It's feeling a little bit long for what I want to see in game. Let's bring that in. Let's also turn back on our perspective.